Good day, everybody. Yes, the day has come. Finally, I'm ready to offer some really cool pigments. It has taken not that long, really. Only probably about a month or so, or a couple of months that I've been researching and doing all the. I just spin these around so you can see all the different colors that I have. This is all I have. I've only got 19 colors in here, which I chose. They are all pearls and they are all mica pigments, which have been coated with ferric oxides, and some of these reflect the sun. Some of the minerals that they coated, these mica pigments are coated with, some of the minerals attract the sun and some of them reflect the sun. So it really makes them super special because depending on which way you kind of position it and which way you're facing the light, you will get a different color. And you can even see it like in some of these little samples that I've done. All you have to do is just go like this a little bit and you can see all kinds of different specks, tiny little specks of different shades and different light. So quite excited. I'll keep turning around so you can see. Can you actually see the whole thing? Oh, here you go. Very exciting. So these jars are 20, I can fit 25 grams in some of them, and I underestimated the size of the jars a little bit, and I do apologize for that. So some will fit 25 grams and some will fit 20, a little bit over 20 grams, and that's because of the different density of the actual pigments. So like for example the white, it doesn't even look like it's like 3/4 full, but that's actually 25 grams in there. And some of them I couldn't fit 25 grams because they are so light and they wouldn't fit. So I've got a full chocolate block full, and it's only 20, maybe 21, 22 grams, doesn't matter. So I will be adjusting the cost, the price of these things so it's fair. And like I said, most of them are pearls, and I have some which are like a luster metallic pigments. They are just wonderful to work with, and like I said, each one you turn it around and you can see all these beautiful shimmers. They're not glitters though, they're not a fine glitter or anything like that. They just got that shimmer, that luster in there, which makes them super special. And I have done some videos to show some of the effects that they create. So powdered pigments are really cool to have and to use because they last forever, and you don't have to worry about them going bad like the paints or your pigments. You know, like when you open your paint after not touching it for a few months or for a year or something like that, and then you have that oil on top and the paint is actually hard as a rock and you can't do anything with it. Well, you probably could. All you have to do is just put them in a bit of warm water and leave them there for a bit, and then kind of mush it up together and they'll blend in together, but it's a real hassle. You can do the same thing with pastes as well, but you don't have to worry about doing any of that with the powder pigments. Just keep them somewhere in a dry place and they'll last forever like this, especially good powder pigments. And this supplier has sent me hundreds of different colors, and of course first I couldn't afford to get all of them. Second, this is what I tested. I've tested dozens of them, and these are the ones that I chose that work really well with resin. And I think I just wanted to mention as well that go easy on me with the designs and all that, because I did all this myself. Like I did the website by myself, which the website's still the same website, just the shop is going to be different. The shop is going to include these pigments in there for now. But the design of the actual the stickers, I did that by myself, and I actually went real crazy and overcomplicated things. And then I thought, oh, why don't I just use one of my paintings and crop it into a circle and just put, you know, the name of the brand, which is La Res Expressions. La Res, it's a French word, and it's actually not a word. It's just a word that goes with something. And I've actually researched what La Res means, and it means something flat. So not to say that these paints and these pigments are flat. It's just, to me, it reminds me of the word resin, La Res. That's the original idea, La Res, so kind of Frenchy. And I was born in France, so I thought it was quite appropriate. My son came up with that name a while ago, just for my shop. And then I researched it, and it actually means something flat. So you use it in a sentence, like for example, if you want to talk about the floor, you would say that word, the res, first, and then say floor. It just means it's a flat floor. And resin, when we do it, it's usually flat. Like if you do it on a flat surface, it will self-level and it will become flat. So I thought that was really, really appropriate. And the expressions, of course, I'm a real expressionist artist, and I really believe that everybody should try and express through art. So expression as artists. Don't worry too much about how you're gonna, if it's gonna look perfect or if it's gonna be like somebody else's art. And grab ideas from other people and then do your own thing. Okay, get good pigments like these ones. They're excellent, but you can get pigments everywhere, anywhere you want. You know, if you already have some stashed in your house, use them. Okay, you don't have to go and buy every color. These are also another thing that's so special about these pigments is that they are all FDA compliant, so they can be used with the FDA approved resin to, you know, put on your countertops, your tabletops, your placemats, you know, things like that, your boards, you know, your chopping boards, your cutting boards. You can use these pigments, because even if you have an FDA, a food approved resin, if you're using pigment which is not, it's not going to be FDA approved. It's not going to work. It's not food safe, right? So unless you, of course, do it and then cover it with another layer of the actual food safe resin, then it's okay. But these they're used in cosmetics, so they're very, very safe to use in all kinds of things. And I've listed all that. I know I took quite a long time doing these stickers, because I wanted to put the information in there, and there will be information on each one of these products, and the data sheets and the technical sheets and all that kind of stuff. It's all going to be there, but I wanted to make sure that I have things typed out so you can see the warnings, and you can also read about this particular pigment, where it came from, and what it is, okay, and what you can do with it. So that's all on the sticker. You may need some glasses to read it, because it's really, really fine print, but it's not a fine print per se, because, you know, it is exactly what it is. And it took me quite some time to research all of it and go through the manufacturer and through the company to make sure that I do the right thing by everybody. So I could have put a really simple, I looked at other labels and a lot of them are very simple, you know, but can't do simple. Okay, the only simple thing I do is my paintings. when it comes to technical things like that, I got to get it right. Okay, so they're all pearls. They're gorgeous colors. There will be more. I've already contacted the manufacturer and I said I want to order some more different colors because they've got thousands and thousands of different colors. So there will be more. But also, please stay tuned for my pigment, my epoxy paste, because I am going to get them a line of epoxy paints happening as well, pastes happening as well, probably, or I'm hoping in about a week, end of next week. Okay, so we'll have that as well, and I've already tested these with the epoxy paste, so you can use both in a painting, and you can use these with the inks. There's really no limit, but get good quality stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like when I first started with resin, I used to use anything from any acrylic paint to nail polish even, and some of them turned out great and some of them didn't, and the ones that turned out great, after about a week I went to the painting and it looked perfect when it was done and set and everything. And then when I went after to have a look at it, something happens. There's been a reaction, and there's like a film of some like a smoky film over the top of certain paints that I've used, and that's not on. That's just an indication that your acrylic paints will mix well, and it doesn't mean that they're going to turn out well. So keep an eye on that one. So do your research, talk to people in the groups, and you just make sure that you're not wasting money, and wasting, resin is not cheap. So there you have it. These are the colors. I think I did the full circle with this. I was going to put it on my Lazy Susan, but I got Lazy Susan. Sorry. So no, I'm not. I'm having fun. It wasn't easy, and it was just something that I just whipped it up in a couple of weeks. I had Laura Brown Usher to help me with some of the names. She actually wrote a whole list of names, but because she couldn't really see all the colors properly on the photo, I couldn't take all of them because some of them didn't match. But she's been real support to me, and I'm going to be working with Laura to get a lot of these pigments out to the States through her. So keep in touch. That way it sort of cuts costs on postage and things. Also, there will be an option with the amount of pigments. If you're happy with 20%, if you're happy with 20 grams, and I'll show you. I'll pick a pretty one. This is real pretty. So this is how much you get. Oopsie. That's 25 grams in there. Okay, so that's pretty full. 25 grams in there. So I'll put it close to me so you can kind of see how big that is. If you want more pigment, if you want 50 grams, I don't have the jars for 50 grams at the moment. But if you want 50 grams of this, I'm very happy to send you some powder in a Ziploc plastic bag, and send you an empty jar so that you can fill it, or you can use your own jar if you want. I don't care, whatever works. And then obviously that'll, we'll work out a price. There will be a worked out price for that as well. Also, if you want a smaller amount, let me know. I'll send you a smaller amount. Okay, so that you can try them out and then see if you like them, if they work for you. Because this is going to last you quite a bit, for quite a long time. So that's that at the moment. Very happy. So I'm hoping to get some orders and get really busy. But in the meantime, I'm still going to be looking to order some more, and also looking to get into the pigment pastes as well. I've found some really good suppliers, and I'm very happy with their price. so I will make sure that my price is also very, very fair, so that it's not going to cost you a fortune. Because if you look at I've compared one of these pigments with Pearlex. I don't know, Pearlex is super cool and I've got them, but I did an artwork and they're very, very similar, and they have the same, as fine. So these are as fine as the Pearlex, so it's 10 to 60 microns, and they do the same job. And Pearlex, I've got it on my jar. I've got a few jars of Pearlex, and I paid $18 for 21 grams. There is no way I'm going to be charging not even half of that. Okay, so I think I'm being very fair and not being greedy, and that way everybody can experience these lovely pigments. That's it from me, and I hope I hear from you soon. Bye for now. Fineness is not a word, I'm pretty sure of that. Sorry, English is not my my natural language. Okay. I'll find out what word it is, and then I'll stitch it to this video, I think. What's the word? Fineness? Is fineness a word? The same, they have the same, they're as fine as that, they have the same, God, what's the word? Okay.